Digicel International, you can give your loved ones in Guyana unlimited calls and more for 30 days by sending them a Stay Connected plan. That includes unlimited calls to one number in the USA, 12 gigabytes of data, and much more. So hurry, download our Digicel International app, visit digicelinternational.com or a store near you and send a Stay Connected plan. Terms and conditions apply.
With the news in capsule, I'm Kevin Smith. Minister of Public Works Juan Edgel is currently in Suriname for a planned meeting with his counterpart Dr. Riyad Noor Mohammed in relation to the proposed Kaieteur River Bridge. According to the Ministry of Public Works Facebook page, Edgel landed in Suriname on Monday. Minister Edgel is accompanied by his ministry's Chief Transport Planning Officer Patrick Thompson. The Kaieteur River Bridge, which is a project being embarked on by both the governments of Guyana and Suriname, will be constructed using the Design, Build, Finance, Operate and Maintain model. This means that the company that will build the bridge must take care of the design, construction, financing, operation and maintenance of the bridge. It will be done in a public-private partnership arrangement. The Kaieteur River Bridge project involves the construction of two bridges and a road across Long Island from Suriname to Guyana. The bridge will span the Kaieteur River from South Drain in Suriname to Mollison Creek in Guyana and is slated to have a lifespan of 100 years.
And that's the news of the moment. Remember to get the full details of these stories, pick up a copy of the Kaieteur News. And don't forget, you can catch us on the MyTuner app as well as the Radio Garden app. You can also keep up to date by liking our Facebook page at Kaieteur Radio and subscribing to our YouTube channel, Kaieteur Radio Livestream. Oh, also catch our stream at www.kaieteurnewsonline.com/radio.
You're listening to us here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM, the radio with a difference. It is time for a rebroadcast of the Glenn Lal Show.
Namaste, guys. Tonight, I want to show you how the royalties we're getting from the oil people can be changed. People are beginning to wake up. They're beginning to see, smell, and even taste how these leaders are deceiving and destroying their prosperity, their livelihoods, and their future. I am so happy. I am so happy, Ray. Yesterday, I met and spoke with about 150 people at Pomona, a village on the Essequibo coast, and it was so unbelievable. The love, admiration, and appreciation for the work I'm doing. Yes, Danny, I felt the love. I was so happy that these messages, the exposure we are doing here at the Kaieteur News and the Kaieteur Radio are getting through to the masses and, most importantly, to the ordinary folks across this land. Guys, when I hear every village on the Essequibo coast have a Glenn Lal, talking the talk and walking the walk, Bernard, man, spreading the message, I couldn't be more than happy. Thanks to all the Glenn Lals out there. And thank you guys for that wonderful gesture yesterday. We are getting somewhere. Let me see how much longer the PPP and the PNC will run, will duck and hide from the people whose wealth they are managing and controlling. Let's wait and see how long more. They always believe this is a 7-day wonder. Everything happened in this country is a 7-day wonder. I want them to know, it's not even a 7-year wonder. 7 years now we find oil, which could have already made every citizen into millionaires. But yet, we have been hearing little or nothing about this vast wealth. And when we do hear something, Bernard, out of the politician's mouth, most of it is deceitful, a bunch of lies, and untruthful. Yes. The real story of our wealth, they hide under lock and key, in the bosom or under the blanket that cover them with ExxonMobil. Tonight, I want to share and explain for you guys a very important clause that my reporter found in the agreement Guyana signed with ExxonMobil, giving permission for ExxonMobil to start pumping oil. What I'm about to tell you guys here, Uncle and Auntie, is in Lisa 1, 2, 3, and 4 license in the permits that we granted to ExxonMobil. I will first read the exact wording in the agreement, the license, and hear me carefully, the licensee shall provide for the payment of royalty in accordance with the Act, the regulations made there under this license or such other applicable law as amended from time to time. And 2, the production agreement as amended from time to time. Am I clear, Bernard?
Crystal clear.
Good. Let me break that down. Let me simplify what I just said there. That clause gives us the power, gives Guyana the authority and the right to make changes how we see fit for the benefit of our people. From time to time. It means, yes, it means ExxonMobil shall pay royalties in accordance with our law and abide by any changes we make from time to time. Am I clear, Bernard? Ray?
Yes.
Thank you. If we amend the law, Exxon have to follow the amended law. If we say we want 25% royalty, Exxon got to pay we 25% royalty. If we change the regulations, Exxon have to comply with whatever we want.
Yes.
Am I clear?
100%.
Danny?
100%.
Thank you. Now, why would the oil company them sign on to such agreement, and when we ask them for more, them telling us bluntly no? Why? Then why did they sign on to such terms and agreements? And the bigger question we have to ask ourselves is why our leaders approving more and more projects? That's the biggest question. If ExxonMobil not budging, why are we moving and approving more and more projects one after the other with the same con game that have us in this straight jacket that we have to put up with? You have an answer to that, Bernard?
I think they're getting something.
The first and second mango tree, uncle, the PNC allow ExxonMobil to shaft every Guyanese. The PPP come in and Jagdev allow them to continue shafting us with the third and the fourth mango tree. Now tell me, is Jagdev going to allow ExxonMobil to further shaft us with the fifth and every other project on its way? Uncle, if the contractor not moving from his position, why are we allowing him to move to another mango tree, knowing that the shafting will continue down to our unborn children? Why? How can this ever be? Remember Patrice Lumumba? How can this ever be, Uncle and Auntie? Last week, I was told that the Minister of Agriculture was on the Essequibo coast. And when the people talked to him about their paddy, the paddy price, he had no answer to give them. And they promptly walk out and shut down the meeting. Hey, I love it, guys.
Keep it up.
Some other PPP woman was having a meeting, and she told the gathering, "Oh, y'all listening to the Glenn Lal show? He just tell a lot of lies." She doesn't want to hear what the people say about she afterwards. I think they had some respect for her, being a woman, but she picking up President Ali attitude. "Oh, you're listening to Glenn Lal. We have answered to all his questions. Yet on to this day, he can't answer the interest rate we paying on the money Exxon spending out there." They think the Guyanese people are still stupid, and they could still shove crap. Not crack. Crack is cocaine. They could shove crap, garbage down with throats, like they always been doing, ever since Barnum and Jagan was alive. Not today, brothers and sisters. Not today. Technology is faster than the university. Technology with telephone and computer, opening the eyes of the blind, the ears of the deaf, and the minds of the slow. I have this one message for all Guyana. All of you guys. Be respectful to them. Be sweet. Be kind when them come to hold meetings with y'all. Nicely tell them, we didn't come here to hear lies. We come here to know what is there for our pockets, our pots, and our bank books, and that of our future. That is all you have to tell them. And if they can't answer you guys, nicely storm out the place and leave them alone to talk to themselves. Wherever you see President Ali, Jagdev, Norton, and Ramjatan, do the same. Don't spare any one of them. Danny, I was shocked when a young man in Essequibo told me yesterday afternoon, "Uncle Glenn, the time has come that we have to flush the PPP and the PNC down the toilet into the septic tanks, because that is where they belong today." And was not him alone. The entire group echoed the same sentiment. Flush them down the toilet into the septic tanks. Tell Vice President Jagdev and President Ali, if they approve the 5th project without increasing the royalties, without capping the interest rate, without securing protection from an oil spill that can wipe out the whole Caribbean, flush them down the toilet. Tell President Ali, without ring fencing on the 5th project, flush him down the toilet. Tell the PNC, man, the same thing. And don't forget the AFC. Leaders, y'all better wake up. Go outside there and smell the atmosphere. The people are already awakened to your games, to your cons, your sellouts, your tricks, and your betrayals. I couldn't be more happy. I could not be more happy talking to those folks, over 150 of them, for over an hour and a half. I couldn't be more happy. Thanks again, guys. On the way back from Essequibo in that boat, I am thinking to myself, I need to do more of these outreaches to connect directly with you people. Not just hearing me on the radio. So please call me. I will come. Call me, I will come. Them calling me a madman. Vice President Jagdeo calling me a madman. I wonder what he can call the young man. Was to flush them down the toilet bowl into the septic tank. And all those people who agree with the young man. You have an answer to give them, Mr. Jagdeo. They're waiting for you on the Essequibo Coast at Pomona. And I'm going back to Anna Regina when they invite me. You have a clause, Man Ray, you have a clause in the agreement that gives you the power to amend the law and the agreement at any time for betterment, and they are not using it? Huh? Instead, is one excuse after another. How they can't change the contract. They have to abide by the sanctity of contract. You hear that? They have to abide by the sanctity of contract. The contract signed in blood, in stone. Must see them stone. Wow. And anybody who break the contract is a madman. And how we going to face consequences? I am putting up the clause so that you guys online can read it. Read it for yourselves. Please put it up online. How are we going to face consequences when the agreement that everybody sign on to said that any changes we make to Willa, ExxonMobil have to abide by it, honor it? Huh? What kind of consequences you got to get there? Bernard?
I don't know.
You guys see the games that going on in this country? This is why I have to keep asking and want all of you to ask them to their faces. What are they getting personally out of these oil agreements that they do not want to act in the best interests of the people of this country? Don't want to change it. It got to be something, and something big or gigantic. I don't know. I'm just asking. I am just asking. Here you have a clause that speaks of amending the laws from time to time. And the oil company have to abide with whatever changes you make. And you're not doing that. You threatening and calling people madman who talk about changing the contract. Where you your own self say, renegotiate. You know, Bernard, I remember Justice Nareshwar Harnanan, in his ruling on my tax case, said, a government is elected to serve the interests of the people. You know what he mean there, Danny? They were put there not to serve themselves, but to serve me and you, uncle and auntie. Every single Guyanese. This wealth belongs to us. They're just the gatekeepers, the domestics put there to do our work. You want me to repeat it, man? They are our gatekeepers, our domestic, our maids, put there to do our work. But some of you still have this old white man mentality. When you see a government official, a minister, Jagdev or President Ali, man, you think you see one God. No, no. No, uncle. No, auntie. You stain your finger for them to look out for your interests and to serve you. You didn't elect them to fatten the bank book at the rate or the speed in which they're doing it. No, man. Nobody did that. Huh? You didn't elect them to give away the Kaieteur and Kanji oil blocks free to people them said they don't know and cuss out the people who just asked them what happened there. You didn't do that, auntie. A matter of fact, you guys remember I had to pay Donald Ramatar, the ex-president, and his lawyers for the same Kaieteur and Kanji giveaway because the judge says, I push it a little too far. I push it too far. I pay he and his lawyer more than what Guyana, the entire country, get out of them 2 oil blocks. How you like that, man? Danny? I pay Ramatar and he lawyers more than what the entire Guyana get from the Kaieteur and Kanji oil blocks. And it's not only them 2 oil blocks alone, you know. The Quarantine, Kanuku, Orundu, Borbis, Demerara, and the rest of the oil blocks were also given away, in which Guyana get nothing. And guess what, uncle and auntie? Guess what, Ray? This one I'm going to give you a shock. Tie your belly down there, Danny. Your belly raised up too much. Yeah. Tie it down. Tie it before you get narrow. Okay. The Kaieteur and Kanji and all them oil blocks, every day, listen to me carefully, every day, hundreds upon hundreds of millions of US dollars piling up. Yes, piling up all around we back or on we neck in debts searching for oil, in which the PNC and the PPP, forget the AFC, nobody checking, nobody approving, nobody authorizing, but the owners of these oil blocks year after year is putting out statements upon statements talking about the profits them make by selling pieces of the blocks without pumping a drop of oil, buddy. Are you really understand this thing, man? Bernard? 100%. These people boasting, putting out statements, how much profits they make, selling we oil black. And every year they're also putting out statements how much we owe them on the oil black searching for oil. But if this is not madness, if this is not insanity going on in this country, then somebody got to tell me something. How can this be? While them collecting profits in the billions from we oil blocks that the PPP gave away, them already hanging billions in debts around we neck. And that will continue year after year. Ask Vice President Jagdev and President Ali when I see them. Ask them how come we US $1 billion oil blocks. Private people get them. Private people sell them. private people profit off, and Guyana get debts from, man, I promise I ain't crying tonight anymore. But I was so happy that some of the people I spoke with in Essequibo yesterday said they felt my pain and they also cried. But tonight, I promise, I am not going to be crying. A man making profit by the billions on your oil blocks and tying your necks with billions in debts. Ask them to explain that. You got to love Guyana and the leaders we have. All of them. They promised the nation so many things. What happened today, Auntie? You know, there's a saying. Everybody needs you, but not everybody wants to feed you. When they want your votes, they promise you the moon and the stars. And they come and tell you, I want African people going there. And on the other side, them say, you want them Indian people going there. Y'all go down the road. It's not Indian and African I wanted to use. But they tell me I can't use the right language. But you know what I'm talking about. They say, oh, you want them to go in? Oh, you want them this go in? What a Guyana, brother. What a Guyana. The white people got to you right. Right where they want to you. Y'all continue think. Talk and see race. And don't see. Y'all already losing. All the gold, the diamond, the bauxite, the timber now. The race oil. Or the oil race. Don't think about your pockets and your empty pots. The whole of Africa and Asia staring at you in your faces. Them drinking stinking water with no electricity. While the foreigners drinking purified water. Imported from Switzerland. From the mountain tops into the lakes. With the African nations' money, them wealth. That's how the white folks living, eating, whining, dining, and drinking. That playbook already open in Guyana with every pieces of your wealth. Check. See what you eating today. And see what the big boys and girls, yes, local and foreign, eating at the Marriott, the Pegasus and Princess. Oh, you're paying for that too. Just like how the African people paying for them. White folks living like kings and queens. Let's go back to that clause in the agreement. President Ali and Jagdeo, Norton and Ramjatan can use it to amend future projects so that they can amend our lives for the better. Yes, the better. I noticed Ramjatan held a press conference last week. And guess what they talk about, Uncle and Auntie? How a government can pull away the microphone from an opposition man, not allowing one of them MP from saying something at a flag-raising ceremony. You hear that? That's what the whole press conference to talk about. The whole press conference, brother, had nothing to do with with this US trillion-dollar oil sector that is ours, or what is going on in the country with our other resources. It had to do with a man who pulled away a microphone from another man. Oh, brother. Oh. When that was raised in my editorial meeting, I think it was Friday afternoon. You know, I don't want to tell you how I behave. What I said in that editorial meeting. But I simply said, left that story for social media. Let the clowns and the village idiots run after things like that. Uncle and auntie, you believe if my reporter didn't ask about oil, these people would have never said anything? One of the things Ramjatan talked about is something I did a TikTok and a radio program since last year early, in which I said President Ali swapping oil blocks with England for visa-free travel. You guys remember that, man? But I'm glad Ramjatan now catching up and calling for President Ali, or I should say calling for this government-to-government arrangement with the oil blocks be made public. When he was asked to comment on my tax case, I lost. He said how he disappointed. Daddy? He disappointed. Disappointed over what? Why he didn't join the case to help me win? No, uncle. No, auntie. He couldn't. You know why? It was he and his government and the coalition who were the ones who signed off to that, giving away the taxes. Then with the same breath, he went on to tell my reporter, hear this one, uncle. He said, due to the agreement, Guyana seeing more money with oil. You believe this thing, right? In the same breath, the man tell my reporter, due to that agreement, Guyana seeing more money with oil. You know, I can't laugh and I can't cry. Like I don't know if I laugh or if I cry, brother. Sometimes I wonder is how long these people think they can get away with this type of two-faced, two-tongued behavior. One time from one side of the mouth, he disappointed with the outcome of the case. And with the other side of the mouth, he's saying because them signed that deal, Guyana benefiting. Benefiting what? When the taxes alone, uncle, that he gave away is more than what Guyana receiving in total each year. And now he demanding that the PPP government change it. How you like that one, man? How you like this, brother? Huh? Sometimes I have so much difficulty separating the opposition from the government because all two sides singing the same tune. Just the other day, when Christopher Ram asked him about the 2% royalty, I don't have to play him back. He tell the attorney at law, you want more? Then I go form my own political party. That young man in Essequibo could not have said it better. Flush them down the toilet bowl into the septic tank. This is a double game. Both the PPP and the PNC have been playing with the Africans and Indians. Yes, the Amerindians in this country from day one. Every day you listen to them. Oh, you did this and did that. You have to correct this and correct that. While you pot on fire, boiling the stinking water that you are paying for. Did I leave out tree race? Sorry about the tree race. I get mixed up and confused sometimes because I don't see them anymore. That's why I only speak about Indians, Africans, and Amerindians. I don't see many. I'm seeing Spanish and Brazilians. You know? Sorry about that, guys, just in case some of you listening to me. And I know some of you listening. I really didn't mean to offend you people. I know Guyana has 6 races, but I think more coming in. You have more now. Oh, what a tangle web we weave when we force practice to deceive. But Ray, you love that one, eh? I'll never forget these things, man. It's so deep within your heart, eh? What a tangle web we weave when we force practice to deceive. You can only fool some of the people some of the time. You can fool all the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Today's technology is waking up, like I said, even to the dumb. And I love it. Nobody loves today's technology more than Glenn Lal. None. The Indian Prime Minister proudly announced, yes, they were able to reduce electricity costs from 25 cents to 3 cents per kilowatt. Yeah. His minister in charge of energy told a CNN reporter that last week. And from the Prime Minister right down boasting about it. And guess what I cut it down with? Solar, uncle. Solar. The whole world going solar and wind. And Jagdev got ExxonMobil pushing him into gas, power, energy. That same thing that bankrupt many countries. And many countries who had